Hey everyone, Zerms is flying high here. I have not played Yu-Gi-Oh for a while, but I decided to do a Yu-Gi-Oh video recently of a deck that I've been loving playing. Um, as you may know, I uploaded a Dark Magician deck a while back because I love freaking the nostalgia and everything right now. But recently they've been in the OCG, where in Japan and slash Asia, they've been releasing new Dark Magician support. And some of the report is very good. Some of it's like a mediocre and stuff like that. But I've been loving the playing it so much that I actually want to show off basically some replays I had on it. I will try to talk during them so you know what I'm trying to think and everything like that. And I will pause it here and there for the different replays. Let me start here, and here we go. This first one is this. Okay, first 1 second. I'm just gonna turn down the sound effects. No, I'll turn off the sound effects. My hand is a pretty decent hand right here. Basically, what I've been doing right here is that I activate Dark Magic Circle, that basically allows me to look at the top 3 cards of my deck. Any card that has a Dark Magician, or it says Dark Magician on the card, I can add to my hand, which I got a Magician's Navigation, which is a very good card for this deck, because of 2 things which I will talk about later. Right now, I summon Coco Magician Girl, which is more of a tech card for it right there. It's not like part of the new Magician support. This is like a separate support, but since it works with spellcasters, I said to add it. Basically, this one allows me to discard a spellcaster card and draw a card, which is a very good thing to actually use right here, because sometimes you would just get dead cards in your hand. This allows you to get rid of those cards right there to help you out. Okay, let's continue on right here. Basically, I discarded Drop Resistance. I got a Max C. Let's see, he just gets that right there, summons that, and I basically activate Magician's Navigation, which basically, if I have a Dark Magician in my hand, I can special summon 1 Dark Magician from my hand, then I can special summon 1 level 7 or lower Spellcaster monster from my deck. Basically, I usually use this because Dark Magician Circle has 2 effects. That searching effect, which you like take off the cards off the deck, take the cards off the top of your deck. But this also has another thing. When a Dark Magician is normal or special summon side to your field, you can target a card that your opponent controls face up or face down and banish it. Which that is a very good card, that's because it makes it so that it stops your opponent's plays right there, even gets one of their freaking cards that they need right there, which I will show off later. I use that right there, and this card right here is another good support card right here, because it has a couple different effects. Its first effect is while it's face up on the field, its name is treated as Dark Magician. I can only use both of these effects per turn. During my opponent's turn, if I activate a spell trap card during their turn, I can special summon this card from my hand. And then after that, if I activate another spell, like during any turn, meaning my turn or his turn, I can special summon a Dark Magician in my graveyard and special summon it. But that effect I can only do once while he's face up in the field to make it not as OP. Right now I banish Ethos because I banish Ethos right there because I don't want him to search another area at all. And then he return the Monarch right there, and basically has really no play at all. So yeah, so let's keep going. He summons Angar right there, which is not a good freaking Monarch, because obviously like that. Then he got rid of my Coco Magician Girl. Then I got one of the best cards in the deck right there. This card is not a new card per se, but it's like basically a card that is like staple in the Dark Magician deck, because it has a couple different effects. One, I can special summon a Dark Magician from my hand or graveyard when it's activated, or I can add a Dark Master Attack of 1,000 Knives to my deck to my hand, which Fellows and Knives, no. Dark Persistent, Dark Magic deck, definitely good because who doesn't love a free Harpy's Feather Duster? But its last effect is OP because all Dark Persistents that are in my Master Zones are unaffected by any of my opponent's card effects. So no matter what, I can't get basically I can't get like Evil Swarm or Saturday Night Night. Well, I can right there, but but I can't get Castelled right there. I can't like get Rageki'd while this card's up on the field or anything like that. But the downside is that if this card is removed from the field, basically this turns like any MST into a quick play Rageki. But it's so good that you need to run it. There's like cards that actually help it out, which I will go off later. But yeah, let's continue the duel. It says I set mine. Okay, this card right here is one of the like staple SYZ monsters for the deck. This card basically allows me to special summon a Dark Position, and then if a normal spellcaster monster battles, like during that right there, I can detach an SYZ material from this card, and then target a card in the field and banish it. That is so good because it allows you to get over troublesome things, unless it's like something that's can't be targeted right there, which like Dark Destroyer. But it's so good right there because of that. And let's say I summon that right there, I banish that card right there, attack him, banish that, and then boom, 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 7,500 life points. Then I become a dick, and then I activate freaking Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon because basically he loses no matter what. Unless he has a Kaiju in his hand or something that tributes right there, he lost no matter what. And he didn't get it right there. He summons that, and he basically died. He lost right there. He lost that. So as you can tell, that basically the main thing that he probably lost in this deck is because he has a 45 card deck, which 45 cards doesn't really help him out. And basically, I got a fucking godlike hand too. But as you can tell, how fucking good the deck is when it gets a fucking good hand. Next, I'm going to show you a Burning Abyss replay. Okay, this right here, I played 3 duels against this guy. This is the one duel that I won, but I forgot to say the other 2 duels, so I'm an idiot because of it. I'm stupid, but not in the habit of doing that. It's a Burning Abyss deck right there. He opens up not that well because Venus Rhino, but let's see what happens right here. I'll go first. I activate Rod. Rod is a very staple monster at 3. Basically, his effect is allows you that if he's normal summon, I can add 1 spell or trap card that lists Dark Magician in its text and add it to my hand. There's a couple cards that I actually add to this right here. The main card that I usually add most of the time is either a Dark Magic Circle, a Magician's Navigation. If I don't have any Dark Magician in my hand, I add a Losing Magic because a Losing Magic allows me to set up my field faster, because in this deck you need to either have a Dark Magician in the graveyard or in your hand to actually do any good plays. Yeah, but it's very hard to actually do it. And also this deck like that, you have to be very careful and think what to do like that. You cannot freaking become helmet right there. This is not a straight helmet deck. You have to think of what to do before that. The main thing that most of the time is that if you don't have any Dark Magician in your hand, you need to make sure you get a Losing Magic to actually do it. And depending on that, if you have a Losing Magic in your hand, I would most likely add where is it? I don't see it. Oh, a Magician's Navigation right there. That's because it allows you to freaking set up your field a lot faster. Or if you have all your cards set up right there, then I add a Eternal Soul. But with a lot of Magic and Destruction effect like that, I have to be very careful on using it because of that instant Rageki if it gets destroyed by MST and 2 Tisters. Okay, back to the replay. Okay, I basically just get that right there, go to Dark Magic Circle, and then that. I had 2 Dark Magicians in my hand already. I basically did that right there so I can summon it. I didn't set my Eternal Soul because I was afraid of getting getting twin twisted, so I was very careful on not setting that. Because this one right here, I could easily activate right there and be safe. This one, it doesn't really matter if it was on the field or not. If it's on the field, it's great for you. If it's not right there, it's still great right there because it really doesn't help you out as much. With this card, you need to protect with your life. So that's where you have to be very careful on applying it. Okay, let's see. He summons Phoenix Rhino, summons him, and he summons Dante. Okay, what the hell? How? I must have didn't see that right there. It was summon this right there, and at summon a Rhino. Okay, that monster didn't get destroyed because he controlled a monster that wasn't a Burning Abyss monster. Well, I don't know what happened right there. Okay, he summons Dante, gets that, at the Phoenix Rhino, gets that. I activated this, do that right there. And I used that right there to get rid of his Dante right there. Because Dante, you need to get rid of those Dantes right there. And now, he summons that. He wants to pretend build right there as a tour guide. Okay, let's see. What do I do next? I summon a Coco Magician Girl. Get rid of that right there. Okay. Okay, I did a monster damage. Then I summon a Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon to basically make it so that if I after Eternal Soul, I won't freaking be fucked by losing all my monsters. Because the main effect right there, besides that damage effect right there, he can't be destroyed by card effects. Well, it has Espazuma Furios, which is definitely very good. He summons that. He gets a tour guide. That after Eternal Soul, get Dark Persistent. I hit the Burning Abyss monster. Then he ends right there because he can't summon another Burning Abyss monster at all. Basically, he had no plays at all to actually save his life. Okay, next. Next I have two Transmids replays. The Transmid archetype is a pretty interesting archetype yet. I don't know how well they play or how well the deck actually performs because I only played against the deck about 2 times. Sorry about the background noise. My sister is talking. But this video is about my Dark Magician deck here. For a couple of things. This actually has a dual tech purpose right here. Sacred Swords are the 7 stars. You basically banish a level 7 monster from your hand or face up on the field and draw 2 cards. This has a dual purpose. 1 is for draw power, and 2, it's to activate this guy's effect. This guy has 3 different effects. 1, if you draw this card, you can reveal it right there and then special summon this card. 2, if it battles a dark monster, its attack becomes double its current attack during the damage step only. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 Dark Magician from your hand, deck, or graveyard. This card has 2 very good effects and 1 pretty good effect. 1, it's that Dark Magician special summoning effect right there is amazing. That's because, free monster is always free, and it's supposed to summon it almost anywhere. 2, that damage right there can get into ridiculous portions, and combined with this card right there, if your opponent is stupid enough to attack, this card right here basically makes it so that your opponent can take a huge chunk of damage to it. I mean, it does a shit ton of damage. This thing has multiple card effects just because of this card effect here. Okay, but anyways, onto the duel right here. Basically, let's do my very same play right here. I activated Resistance Raw. I activated a Dust Master Circle, which I activated wrong with that. I actually meant to actually summon Rod first. Because basically, you want Rod first right there. Then you want this to actually do things. And so on and so forth. But let's keep on going right here. Summon Dark Rod. I get that, and I set 4 back row. Let's see. He activates a Tramid Chooser. That. He gets rid of that, and he basically blows up my entire back row. Basically, this right here is pretty well fine. Let's see. He destroys my Solemn Warning, Illusion Magic, and I believe he gets rid of my Dark Master Circle. Yep. No, he he gets one of my Magician's Navigation right there, which is not that bad. Then I summon that right there, summon in defense mode to protect right there. He can't do anything because of that. But I summon Dark Persistent right there. I tribute my Dark Persistent to get him back. This also has that new purpose right there. If you activate a spell drop on your opponent's turn right there, you can tribute a spellcaster monster in the field, add this card to your hand. This actually works very well right there if they don't destroy your Eternal Soul. You can do that right there. It's right, special summon Dark Persistent, activate his effect, tribute that Dark Persistent, get that back right there, and then you can get a continued play right here, which is really good. Next, I special summon our Dark Persistent, summon Rod right there. I add this card right here. This is a one-of card right there. I usually have 3 right there, but then 3 was too much, and I only have 1 in this deck because it's basically a win more type of card because it has multiple effects. This this gets 3 effects depending on how many Dark Persistent cards you have in your field and graveyard. If you have 1, I can target a Dark Persistent. I can target 1 Dark Spellcaster monster in my field and have again a false attack. 2, in this turn, my opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to my activation of my spell trap cards, and my spell trap cards cannot be destroyed by my opponent's card effects. And 3, all spellcaster monsters are unaffected by my opponent's card effects for the rest of the turn. That last effect right there doesn't really help really at all unless you don't have an Eternal Soul in the field. What's it doesn't really matter, but here we go here. Attack right there, banish the back row, destroy that monster, and I really can't do anything about it because this monster makes it so that I can't destroy it by battle because I can destroy it by battle, but I only can attack it. But as you can tell, I don't have a high enough level to actually get rid of it. He summons that right there, gets that, add that back to my deck. Then he uses that to destroy my back row, and then I activate that to add a dark magic attack right there, just to add it. Then I activate my Dark Eternal Soul right there. Then take a look at this. This card right there, activate it. I draw this card, and then bam, that is like an amazing top deck that I can get. Get that right there. Free rank 7, dumb big eye. Get that, destroy that right there, and return. He gets a Solemn Notice, which he can't really do anything. And I special summon Dark Persistent, should be that. And I activate Eternal Soul, get that, attack, boom, boom. Then I activate this right there, target him, and then basically one-shot him right there. Okay, next, the final 10-minute replay. Same. I'm playing against the same guy here. So yeah, there's a button right there. There's that, and that's okay. Back turn. Okay, Dark Magician's Rod right there. Most of the time, when you actually do this deck, if you had a Dark Magician's Rod, you always would want to summon a Dark Magician's Rod. That's because it allows you to start your plays. The only time if I don't have that, I will summon a Coco Magician Go, depending on how many spellcaster monsters I have in my hand. If I don't have that right there, I would summon a Monk. I basically do that right there to try to start some things. If I have a bunch of high level monsters in my hand, I just forfeit because there's really nothing I can do. Okay, next. Like I said, I basically add a Losing Magic and then spell my casting answer. He attacks me. I basically do that right there, and I summon up. I summon Dark Persistent. This right here, I did not mean to summon a monk. I picked the wrong thing by accident, so that's why I summon a monk there. Then I super that right there. Got my Dark Persistent, and he has his turn. Summons Rod right there. Got my circle. And he ends his turn after that because of that right there. Because there's no way he can actually do anything about it. Yeah, so that's like the couple repeats I have right there for my Dark Persistent deck. I hope you enjoy. But first, before I do it, I'm going to show off the deck that I have right here. The deck that I have is 3 Dark Persistents, 3 the Protector's Priest, and then 3 Magician of Black Illusion. Then I have an Elemental Heal of Sigma, which I had right there to help me dump a Dark Magician to the grave. Then I have Coco Magician Girl, 3 of them, to help me dump other monsters to my deck. 2 Summon Monks right there, so I can either get out Coco Magician Girl or another hit on with Sigma, or I will. And then I have 3 Magician 1. I have 1 Max C because I need to figure out what to do. I have I Timaeus, which I use that right there to mainly get Dark Paladin, or if I need to attack with something right there, I summon Animate Dragon. Again, next I have a Dark Master attack, 3 Sacred Swords to 7 stars, 1 Magic Expand, 1 Twin Twister, 2 Illusion Magic, 3 Dark Magic Circles, 2 Magician's Navigations, 1 Eradicator Endemic Virus, 3 Eternal Soul, 2 Solemn Notice, and 1 Solemn Warning. Next, okay, for Master Deck, Emerald Dragon, Dark Paladin, Dark Edoedi's Flame Dragon, Mega Dracosac, Big Eye, 2 Airborne Illusion Magicians, which that's a staple in the SYG deck. Airborne Oblivion Magician, number 7 Lucky Strike. This is more of a fun card than anything. So it's like I have it in there just because I love the Vic use it. Utopia Lightning and a Utopia, Silent Arc, Castell, Gusto, and Abyss Dweller, which I might take that out right there and put a couple of rank 3s in it. So then I got Spell Strider, which I use that because of that, and if I play against certain decks that have a bunch of face-up spells or not. Then 1 Dark Mathematician right there to help me fill out my deck. I usually send a Magician's Rod right there more than anything. Then I have a non-maxi, 2 Effect Veilers, 1 Odor of Darkness, which I probably might put in 2. My Dark Master attack, 1 Soul Shards, and 2 Moon Mirror Seals, just in case I can't get over monsters to attack. And then Imperial Customs right there, if they have a lot of Magical Destruction things right there, I would want to protect my Eternal Soul like no tomorrow. This helps me out because of that. And yeah, so that's basically it, and hopefully you will get an idea of how this deck plays out. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.